Pangolins. Pangolins are a group of mammals found in parts of Asia and Africa. They are known for their unique scales, which are made of keratin, the same material found in human hair and nails, and provide a protective armor for the animal. There are 8 species of pangolins, 4 found in Asia and 4 in Africa. Pangolins are nocturnal animals and are primarily insectivores, feeding on ants and termites. They use their long, sticky tongues to capture their prey and their scales to protect themselves from predators. Despite their armor, pangolins are often hunted for their meat, which is considered a delicacy in some countries, and for their scales, which are used in traditional medicines. In recent years, pangolins have become one of the most trafficked mammals in the world, with all 8 species now listed as either endangered or critically endangered by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. Conservation efforts are underway to protect pangolins and their habitats, but much more needs to be done to ensure their survival. The lifespan of pangolins varies depending on the species, but most have an average lifespan of between 12 and 15 years in the wild. However, some species, such as the African black-bellied pangolin, have been known to live up to 20 years in the wild. In captivity, pangolins may live longer due to controlled environments and proper care, but their lifespans are still relatively short compared to other mammals of similar size. The lifespan of captive pangolins can vary widely depending on the conditions in which they are kept and the quality of care they receive. It is important to note that the survival and longevity of pangolins are threatened by habitat loss and illegal hunting for their meat and scales. As a result, the future survival of many pangolin species is uncertain, and conservation efforts are needed to protect these unique animals and their habitats. Pangolins are nocturnal animals that are solitary and shy in nature. They spend much of their time foraging for food and seeking shelter in burrows or trees. Some species, such as the African ground pangolin, are known to dig their own burrows, while others, such as the Asian tree pangolin, use natural tree hollows or termite mounds. Pangolins are well adapted to their environments and have several unique adaptations that help them to survive. For example, they have powerful front claws that they use to dig burrows and tear open termite mounds. They also have a long, sticky tongue that they use to capture their primary food source, ants, and termites. Additionally, their keratin scales provide a strong armor that protects them from predators. In general, pangolins are slow-moving and timid animals that tend to curl up into a tight ball when they feel threatened. This behavior is effective in protecting their soft underbelly from predators, but it also makes them vulnerable to being hunted by humans. Despite their shy nature, pangolins are able to form strong bonds with their offspring and will fiercely protect their young. Female pangolins will carry their offspring on their tails for several weeks after birth, keeping them safe and close to their mother until they are old enough to venture out on their own. Pangolins are primarily insectivores, meaning that their diet consists mainly of ants and termites. They have a long, sticky tongue that they use to capture these insects, which they locate using their keen sense of smell. Pangolins are able to consume up to 200,000 ants and termites in a single day. In addition to ants and termites, some species of pangolins may also consume other insects, such as beetles and caterpillars, as well as fruit and vegetation. The exact diet of a pangolin can vary depending on the species and the availability of food in their habitat. It is important to note that pangolins have a specialized digestive system that allows them to break down the tough exoskeletons of ants and termites. They are able to extract the nutrient-rich parts of these insects and excrete the indigestible exoskeletons. In the wild, pangolins play an important role in controlling ant and termite populations, helping to maintain a balance in their ecosystem. However, habitat loss and illegal hunting are threatening the survival of many pangolin species, making it difficult for these unique animals to maintain their place in the food chain. The mating behavior of pangolins varies depending on the species, but in general, pangolins are solitary animals that come together only to mate. During the breeding season, male pangolins will use scent marking to attract a female and establish their territory. Once a female is ready to mate, she will signal her willingness to the male through a series of vocalizations and scent marks. The male will then mate with the female, after which they will go their separate ways. Pangolins have a relatively short gestation period, lasting between 2 and 3 months, after which the female will give birth to 1 or 2 offspring. The young are born with soft, flexible scales that harden as they mature. They are also born with the ability to curl up into a tight ball, a defense mechanism that protects them from predators. Female pangolins are highly protective of their young and will carry them on their tails for several weeks after birth. During this time, the young will nurse and begin to learn about their environment. Eventually, the young will become independent and venture out on their own to start a new life. It is important to note that habitat loss and illegal hunting are major threats to the survival of many pangolin species, making it difficult for these animals to successfully mate and reproduce in the wild. Conservation efforts are needed to protect pangolins and their habitats and ensure their continued survival. Pangolins life facts. Here are some interesting facts about the lives of pangolins. 1. Pangolins are the only mammals covered in scales. Their scales are made of keratin, the same material that makes up human hair and nails. 2. Pangolins have a long, sticky tongue that they use to capture ants and termites, their primary food source. 3. Pangolins are nocturnal animals that spend much of their time foraging for food and seeking shelter in burrows or trees. 4. Pangolins are slow-moving animals that curl up into a tight ball when they feel threatened. This behavior is effective in protecting their soft underbelly from predators. 5. Pangolins are able to form strong bonds with their offspring and will fiercely protect their young. 6. Female pangolins will carry their offspring on their tails for several weeks after birth, keeping them safe and close to their mother. 7. Pangolins play an important role in controlling ant and termite populations in their ecosystem. 8. Pangolins are under threat from habitat loss and illegal hunting for their meat and scales. 9. Pangolins are considered to be one of the most trafficked animals in the world and are listed as a threatened species by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. 10. Conservation efforts are needed to protect pangolins and their habitats and ensure their continued survival. These efforts may include habitat protection and restoration, anti-poaching efforts, and education and awareness-raising campaigns.